Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're back. How's everybody doing? The title of the stream is going full Rocky style in the stock market. Good day. Good day. But yeah, let's get some vibes in the chat. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to send me a tip or get some merch, that's the pinned comment in the chat. Right now we're looking at futures, and the S&P futures are about up 1/3%. So nice start for futures. Not too shabby. I think Dow Jones futures up as well. And I believe stimulus is like pretty much confirmed. From what I understand, I'm not the best politically, I guess. But hopefully the audio is all good. And yeah, futures are up. Let's talk about the market. Actually, let's talk about Bitcoin first. It hit the second target. Then let's talk about the market. Then we'll recap the trades. But yeah, start off with Bitcoin. The entry, well, really the optimal entry would have been 43K, but the divergence back over here just played out very, very nicely. So never got that optimal entry, but I said in the Discord to put in a starter position just in case the divergence did play out right away, and that's pretty much what happened about like 9 days ago or something. And since then, it's been a pretty nice move. It hit that first target, I think, yesterday, and then if you're in the Discord, I showed a second and third target. The second target was just pretty much that previous all-time high resistance. It hit that second target, I think, this morning. Let me skip this song. Yeah, pretty much hit that second target this morning, and then if it does go to the third target, that's like the 1272 fib extension from this high to that low. That would be pretty much 62K. However, it looks like there is some 4-hour bearish, classic bearish divergence developing that I just noticed on Bitcoin, so we'll see if that plays out. But you know, higher highs and then lower highs on the MACD. But on the daily, you have the hidden bullish divergence, which is confirmed. So it's just kind of like contradicting oscillators, I guess. But yeah, already hit the target, not too concerned with that right now. And let's look at the market. I actually like what the S&P did today quite a bit. I mean, remember down here on Friday when the market was just dumping, and I alerted the Discord and on Twitter that you were at the bottom of this channel, you had a horizontal support. I don't even think the divergence was developing then, maybe a little bit, but I was pretty bullish down here just because you've been holding this channel for a while. It looked more like a parallel channel, but then I just redrew the line, so it looks more like a broadening wedge now. And then since the bottom over there, it's been a very nice rally pretty much all week, aside from Monday afternoon. And then there was also this supply line that was created because some people are also looking at it like a descending wedge, right? Something like that. So, I mean, that's also valid. If it was one, or if it is one, you technically broke out of it today. I just think it's nice how you broke the supply line. You're also showing daily hidden bullish divergence on the S&P. So we'll see. Looks pretty decent right now. Earlier today, I think very strong open for the market, but there, if you were watching the stream last night, I showed how like all of the indexes and like 70% of stocks had 30-minute bearish divergence, and it looked like that intraday bearish signal did play out. You had like pullbacks throughout the day, and yeah, I mean, pretty crazy day in the market. What else was I going to talk about? GameStop went insane, it pumped and then it dumped, and then Roblox IPO that had I think a pretty decent move after it went live. But yeah, I mean, looking at the QQQ, I like how it held 310. That was kind of your support at the end of February. Now you broke above it, and now you're holding it. You broke above it yesterday, and then today you're kind of back testing it. And then remember the 4-hour classic bullish divergence on the QQQ as well as the NASDAQ. I also like how the NASDAQ held 13K. As long as you hold 310 on QQQ, as long as you hold 13K on the NASDAQ, I think you're good, but just hope you do, right? I mean, I really do hope stimulus and everything goes well, but you never know. I mean, coming in today, I was completely neutral looking at the market, but now it does look pretty strong with the divergence and breaking over supports and holding them. So as long as you hold them tomorrow, you're good. Futures are continuing to climb. They just pretty much almost up like 0.40%. So they're up 0.38% on the S&P 500. There's an alert on futures, so if it keeps going, we'll know. And yeah, that recaps pretty much the indexes. Bitcoin's at 56K right now. Great stuff there. Let's go take a look at the trade sheet and see how things did today. If you're in the Discord, I already shared this, but let's go look at it. All right, let me put down the brightness. Trade sheet's looking good. Yeah, pretty good. You remember on Sunday, I shared a watch list in the Discord. It was 5 different trades. I ended up putting out 3 of the 5. I honestly could have put out all 5. All 5 of the tickers I shared on Sunday have had a very nice week. I just picked the 3 I like the best, and they've all done very, very well in terms of like the newer trades. But pretty much every single ongoing trade, like an actual ongoing trade, is doing well except for BigCommerce. I think that trade came out like last week. BigCommerce not doing too well. And then the only other ongoing trade that's down is UVXY, and that was like the hedge trade, just hedging your portfolio. So UVXY was the only other thing down. So these are the only 2 that are down. Space hit the target, I believe it was today. Yeah, pretty sure Space hit the target for 26% profit in the morning. I posted the Space trade on Monday. So in 2 days, 26% profit on Space. QS I posted last week. I think that hit the target yesterday. 26% profit in 3 or 4 days. Bitcoin, like I was just talking about, hit the target yesterday for a 21% profit in like 10 days. Sundial, frustrating. I mean, I kind of locked out I kind of alerted the Discord on Monday afternoon when the market was dropping that I'm like just realizing the profits on this trade, but honestly shouldn't have. I was freaking out a little bit. At least I only did it on 1 trade and not all of them. Because Sundial, I kind of realized it as 15% gains on the sheet, but it actually went to the original target that I put on the trade. So I should have just done nothing, and it went even higher than that target. It's kind of insane. And then Fisker also hit the target this morning for 15% profit. I also posted that last week. Clover had a very even day, pretty much was down like 0.5% or something at close. Trade is still up 15% from the first PCZ, and if you got in at the second PCZ, you'd be up 28%. TNK had a huge day. It was up like 13%. It was only up 1%. The trade was only up 1% yesterday. Now the trade's up 14%. It just broke out. Very nice move. NBIO was up 2% after hours, so the overall trade's up 15%. XPV, pretty flat day, but the trade's still up 11%. ATRA 4%, Palantir 4%, FUI 3%. And then I put out 2 new trades today, which we're going to go over. Fubo and Beyond, those are pretty much still at the entries. I put them out, I think, in the morning when the market was starting to pull back around like 11 a.m. around then. So yeah, that recaps the day. Hopefully you're enjoying the free alerts. Trying my best here. And, you know, with all the market volatility, I think I finally found a better way to kind of use this volatility, right? I was waiting for the dip on Monday afternoon to post the trades, and that allowed the Space trade to be up this much, 26%. It allowed NBIO to be up 15%, XPV 11%. So I'm really trying to line up the trades with the market now. Instead of just posting trades whenever the charts look good, I try to make sure that the chart looks good, and then I'm also trying to make sure that the intraday levels on the market indexes look good, and that's been helping out the sheet a lot. So that's that. We're gonna go look at all the charts now. Futures still up a nice amount. All right. Put up the brightness a little bit. And yeah, let's start off with, I guess, just Clover. Flat day. I think it was down, yeah, it was down 1% today. I mean, it's been a nightmare on Clover, so for it to even just be going sideways, I'm happy. And if like you look at the intraday time frames, the 30-minute, you have the inverse head and shoulders, and it's just kind of back testing the previous resistance as a support. I like how, as long as Clover is above $8, it's completely fine. If you break under $8, that's when I would say take caution. But as long as you're over 8, you're only 12 cents over right now, so you're not that much over it. But hopefully the market opens well tomorrow and it can have a decent move, because that 4-hour divergence is still looking nice. As long as you're above $8 on Clover, you look good. Trades up 16% since this first PCZ, and then it's up 28% since the second PCZ, which ended up being the all-time low, that 1618 from X to D. Nice move on Clover. Bullish crab pattern. And Fubo, I put out Fubo and Beyond today, so let's go over those first. Fubo, this is a bullish bat. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close to it. The 88% retrace from X to D. 0.50 from X to B. Pretty decent harmonic on Fubo, even though it's not completely textbook, but it's kind of within the ranges. And you also have 4-hour classic bullish divergence. I don't remember if there was, no, it's just bullish convergence on the daily where you made a higher low on price and higher lows, or you went up on your MACD as well. So yeah, that's the new trade. One of the new trades from today, that's Fubo. Still at the entry. It was up a little bit, but then it pulled back towards the end of the day. As long as you're above 27.85 on Fubo, you're good. It's not the clearest support, honestly. I was just kind of using this high over here as a support. I mean, it's been trying to hold that general area aside from last Friday when things were having very bad opens. But it's doing well. And next one, Beyond. I also put this out today. So basically I've been trying like once a day to share my screen in the Discord for like half an hour just while I'm charting during the day. But so I was charting Beyond like in the Discord live stream earlier today, and I noticed that, and again, the only way you would have seen this is if you were in that Discord live stream that I did, and it had this harmonic pattern, and I was showing it in the Discord from here to here to here to here, and I think it was like the 88% retrace. So it was looking like an XABCD pattern, but that's not even the main reason I posted it. What I like on Beyond really, and what I did like when I posted earlier today, was it's holding this 134 support, which was your support over here for a very nice amount of time, and then it was your resistance over here. So pretty good ice line right there. It was even your resistance back over here in January of 2020. So very important level is 134.38. As long as you're above that, you're good. You have hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour, hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Pretty good looking chart as long as you hold 134. So those are the two new trades from today. ATRA. This is one of my favorite looking charts. It's not been performing the best, but I just think the technicals look really good. You're at like a good support level. It used to be your resistance, now you're holding it. You bounce off the 200-day moving average. You have confirmed classic bullish divergence on the daily and confirmed classic bullish divergence on the 4-hour. This is a pretty good looking chart. As long as you're above 16, it's very, very easy to manage your risk. Next one, FEYE. It was trying to break out in the morning, but it kind of pulled back under. You really need to break $20.44 on FEYE. You just need to. You have the triple classic bullish divergence on the 4-hour. I think you also have hidden bullish divergence on the daily, which is confirmed. These charts are looking pretty good. I mean, honestly, you just need to break this resistance. The trade is currently up 3.5%, something like that. So not the best percentage-wise compared to the other trades, but the technicals look good. I mean, maybe it even comes down to create an inverse head and shoulders. So I look at the 1-hour. Maybe it even does this, right? Because you could have a pretty textbook inverse head and shoulders if it back tests 19 and then you break out. I don't know if my music is glitching out, but yeah, that's FEYE. We got 43 people in here. Definitely, as Cheddar Free said, we're slacking on the likes right now. If you're enjoying the analysis, let's get some more likes on the stream. Just a simple ask. Hit a button if you're enjoying the free analysis and all the trades. Let's get to 30 likes real quick. Hit that subscribe button. If you want to send me a tip or get some merchandise, that's the pinned comment in the chat. Such as this shirt and this hat over here. If you want to, it's always an option. Pinned comment in the chat and first link in the description. But yeah, Palantir had like a 2% day today. The trade itself though was up like 5% almost. It was up a lot more in the morning. It pulled back. This trade was up, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. This trade was up 11% in the morning and then it pulled back 5%. So not a good pullback there. As I've been saying on Palantir for a while now, as long as you're above 23, you look good. Hold 23 and you look good. TNK, I think this was the best performing trade today. I didn't even look if there was any catalysts. There might have been. If somebody knows of one, please let me know. But the technicals were looking good regardless before any catalysts. And hidden bullish divergence is confirmed on the 4-hour. No divergence on the daily, but you bounce off the 200-day moving average. Very important ice line as well. 1242. You pretty much back tested it. I did post this a little bit late. I just didn't see it until like 13 bucks. But it didn't really matter too much because it went up 13.5% today. So huge move. It also broke 1463, which was your resistance from the top of the bull flag. and then your support back in August of last year. So it even broke the next resistance. The trade's up 14%. It's near the profit taking area, so whenever you want to take profit, it's always your choice. And this is currently the worst performing trade out of all of them. BigCommerce is coming back to test the support. As long as you're holding 57, you're good, but there's not a lot of room for error right here. So, I mean, it's just not stopped out yet. The technicals don't look as good as they once did. You don't have hidden bullish divergence anymore. You're just hoping you hold 57. It's not the best looking trade, in my opinion. But next one, XPV, pretty close to, I think this is like a bullish butterfly, except you do not have a 0.786 from X to B. It was a little bit deep. You had a 0.831, a little bit off, but you did reverse out the 161 fib extension. Daily classic bullish divergence almost confirmed. 4-hour classic bullish divergence is confirmed. You were even oversold on the RSI when I put out the trade. Also, you do have a little bit of classic bullish divergence on the RSI. I never even noticed. And yeah, this trade is currently up 11%. I posted it on Monday. Nice start. At one point this morning, the trade was up 18% though. So a lot of the trades, they're still up very, very nicely, but they did pull back intraday, as did the market. Pretty much just pre-market, everything was on fire. Nice open, and then it was just a very slow rundown for most of the day. But it wasn't like a violent pullback like we've been seeing. So you were holding gains from yesterday, not too bad. Next one, MBIO is up 13% since the entry. I also posted this on Monday. Entry was $3.02. That was the price on Monday when I posted it, right at the lows, or right where the candle closed. And yeah, it's been a pretty nice move ever since then. The trade's currently up 13%. Triple classic bullish divergence. You were at a very important support, 294, or you're right above it. And then hidden bullish divergence developing on the daily. You do have to face the 200-day moving average. So if it tests it, you could take some profit if it can't break over the 200-day. But nice start to the trade. It's up 13%. And then the UVXY, this is just for hedging. And again, in the Discord, I said this is for experienced traders only. Really, it's just in case the market does randomly pull back, this will help you have some cash flow into your account if you're in long position. So it's down 4% since the entry, but again, it's for hedging. It's not like an actual trade. Like it's just for portfolio management. It's pretty much at an all-time low. You are showing some daily classic bullish divergence, but it's not really confirming. I don't know if it matters too much, but it's just a hedge trade. And then let's look at the ones that hit their targets, right? Fisker hit the target this morning. Let's go. 16% profits on the target. I also put out a second target for the Discord, which is 2580. That was your candle high over here, your candle low over here, your candle wick low over here. So if you want a second target, 2580 would be it. You got pretty close today, but regardless, it hit the primary target for a 16% gain. I just also want to make a second target because you're showing hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hours, so that can help it out for sure. Space also hit the target this morning. It got really close, but in the Discord I said I'm calling it there. I'm just going to realize it was pretty much right there. So I alerted in the Discord that I'm closing out the trade. And that was a good idea, at least for now, because it did pull back pretty harsh, not harshly, but pulled back from 33 to pretty much $30. So it pulled back almost like 10%. So yeah, I pretty much alerted the Discord that I'm closing out the trade right at the session highs. It was just really over there. So 26% gains on Space. QS already hit the target yesterday, I think. Or well, I realized the trade, or I alerted the Discord that I'm closing it out when it was at 26%, but it actually hit the real target this morning for a 30% gain. And remember, there was also a trade on QS back over here that was like a 4 to 6% profit trade, and like it went right to the target, and that's where it dumped. So that was a nice one as well. So that recaps everything. That recaps all the trades, my thoughts on the indexes, futures, Bitcoin. Hopefully that helped. We got 45 people in here, only 28 likes. Gonna need a few more. That's the only thing I'm like super, I don't know if desperate's the word to use, but it just makes me feel better. I don't make any money if you like the stream. I just like seeing likes. Gives me motivation. And that's really it. I mean, it might help out the algorithm, but I don't know if that's even proven. So yeah. Shout out to all the people in here. Hope everybody had a decent day, a good day. If you're in the trades, pretty good day, honestly, even though there was some pullbacks. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for 2,300 subscribers. We hit that live on stream last night. And yeah, if you want to send me a tip or get some merchandise, that's the pinned comment in the chat and the first link in the description. But yeah, strong day. I wish Clover did a little bit better today, but I'll take flat. I'll take flat on Clover. That was really the only one that didn't do too well today. Everything else, I mean, aside from Big Commerce, obviously, which we talked about, everything else still had a pretty good day. Futures holding their gains. Bitcoin at 56,150. TNK boss MVP. Yeah, TNK had a very nice move. Was it a double top on Bitcoin? I think it's a little bit too early to call it as a double top. I mean, if you really start pulling back, technically you never confirm a double top or even a head and shoulders until you break the neckline. So for this to be a double top, like an actual confirmed double top, you'd need to break like 43K per confirmation. So it could come all the way back down to 50K and then run again. But I mean, yes, it is your resistance, right? Your previous all-time high, that definitely is your resistance, and you did pull back there. So 4-hour hidden bullish divergence on Bitcoin. It already hit 2 out of 3 targets. I'm not concerned with really whatever it does in the short term now. You know, the trade was already there. And yeah, I mean, for the Bitcoin holders, I hope it goes up, but not too sure about the short term with the bearish divergence, even though there is hidden bullish divergence on the daily. So just 50-50 there. I think we'll see a green morning with the House approving stimulus. We'll have to see. I never like predicting too hard, but futures look good for right now, and I don't want to really jinx it, so I'll take what I get, right? We'll see what happens in the morning. Am I bearish or bullish overall? I'm slightly bullish, just because there's hidden bullish divergence on the S&P on the daily, and then there's also 4-hour classic bullish divergence on the NASDAQ, and stimulus, and also the US 10-year has been dropping, so I don't really see a super bearish signal. I mean, inflation, I guess, but there's been talks about it being under the what's it called? Under the forecast, right? Not as high as it's been forecasted to be. But who knows? Maybe stimulus will sell the news. You never know with this market anymore, especially after the last 2-3 weeks. But for right now, I am leaning towards the bull side. And I mean, I've been bullish ever since you bounced here. But I'm not gonna lie, when you were facing the supply line yesterday, I was just kind of neutral. I wasn't bearish yesterday. If you were on the stream, I just said I can see it going either way. And you pretty much just decided to go up on the S&P. NASDAQ was flat today, so I'm leaning towards the bulls, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it fell after, I mean, going up how much? After going up 5% on the S&P in like 3 days, I wouldn't be surprised if you got like a back test or a pullback or whatever, but I am certainly leaning a little bit towards the bulls with the divergence. NTRN Flix LBS 28. I'm sorry, I'm not too sure how to pronounce that, but the one-on-one call we had was great. Appreciate the $20. Let me fix the music. Let me put it down a little bit. Appreciate the $20 donation. Let's see your thoughts on Lemonade. Absolutely. Thank you very much for the 20. If anybody else wants to send a tip, request a ticker, or just, I don't know, drop a tip, that's the pinned comment in the chat and the first link in the donation. The first link in the description. So yeah, Lemonade. Good, I never put out that trade. It looks like I tried to make a trade here when it was showing some hidden bullish. Like, look, so when it was back up here, it was showing hidden bullish divergence. It was holding this support zone, right? So I actually lined up a trade on Lemonade. I might have done this live on stream, but I never put it out. I don't even know why. I guess I just got lucky. It broke this support, and that's why you use stop losses. So on the trade that I never put out, the stop loss definitely would have helped. It would have been a 7 or 8% loss, but look how much lower it went. But regardless, that never went out, so I don't really care. Thoughts on Lemonade? Well, you're trying to show that hidden bullish divergence. You're probably going to create hidden bullish divergence at some point, unless you really just go to like an all-time low. Like, the only way you don't create hidden bullish divergence on the daily is if you literally go to an all-time low before pivoting and running again to the upside. So you're trying to develop it even on your RSI on the daily. And you're pretty much, you were oversold, but you're back in the neutral territory just by a little bit on the daily. Let me take this off the 4 hour. I wouldn't say there's any divergence on the 4 hour. Your price has been going down and your oscillators have been going down. But you were oversold. You kind of double bottomed on the RSI. You did have a MACD crossover on the 4 hour. So it's not terrible. I mean, but my thoughts on it here, I would like to see it get back above 95 bucks because that was kind of your two highs over here from the IPO time. So I would definitely like it to get back over 95. That was a very nice double bottom it had over here. That would have been an insane entry if you got it on this double bottom. My thoughts on it here, let's just go back to the daily. Not too sure. I don't know if there's much of a pattern here. I don't think you can get a pattern by that type of move. I mean, in terms of a harmonic, let me skip that song. X, A. I don't think that's a deep enough move. I mean, look, from X to D, you did bounce at your 0.786 retrace. I just don't know if you can get a 0.35 retrace from X to B. I mean, I can confirm it real quick. Let's check it out. Where's the link for this? Song's terrible. Let's see. Well, no, I don't think that's the harmonic. I might be wrong, but I'm just looking at a cheat sheet right now. I don't think you can get a harmonic with the 0.35. I mean, if it was just a little bit lower, if you had a 0.382 retrace, that could have been maybe a bat. It would be close to a bat, but you again, even if it was like a bat, you reverse at the 0.786 and the bat is an 886 from X to D. So I think it's a little bit too unconventional. I guess it could be argued. It's close, but I just think it's not really too textbook. And also this was just kind of like a weird range, but regardless of, you know, harmonics or anything, look for a butterfly. I mean, on the butterfly, you still could not get a butterfly because for a butterfly, you need a 786 retrace from X to B. So you would not even be close to a butterfly. You need a way deeper retrace from X to B. So, but yeah, I just don't think it's textbook. I get the wave, like, you know, the run up and the pullback, then the secondary run up and then the dump, but just not the actual fib nodes, in my opinion. I mean, if you break above $95, you can have hidden bullish divergence. If you can get above 95, I think it looked a lot better. It was close to a tweezer bottom, not really, but yeah, break 95 and then maybe we're talking. Thank you again for the 20. If anybody else wants to send a tip, that is the pinned comment in the chat and the first link in the description. Even on the 4 hour, I don't know if there's much of a difference. Now that I look at it though, you actually, if you ignore like this little weird move on this MACD island, you could argue classic bullish divergence on the 4 hour, sure. From this red wave to this one, your line was going down and then you made lower lows on price, so, or your line was going up, right? I guess it could be argued. You're definitely showing some forms of divergence. You just need to break 95. And that's that. Thank you very much. The training sessions, currently, no. As I said when I was putting out the one-on-one classes, it just depended on how long they took to fill up, and they filled up way quicker than I expected. Like when I was running the one-on-one classes in January, it took like a week for me to get like 10 classes, and then last week, when I opened up the one-on-one classes again, I got 22 signups in about 2 days. So they just filled up way quicker than I expected, and that's like 22 hours of classes. And I'm also doing college and trading and streaming, so I don't really have the time to do more than about 20 classes. So once my schedule frees up again, I'll try and open them back up. But for now, they're not open. Could you give feedback on a new trade? Sure. Nobody's stopping you. I'm not married to any trades. Trade's a trade. You get in, you get out, you take profits, or you lose a little bit. But yeah, that is that. I mean, Roblox IPO today. I didn't even talk about it. Obviously, I can't do any technicals. CNBC was having a lot of coverage on the Roblox IPO. I don't know if they always do that on IPOs, or I mean, I know they do it on most, but they were talking about Roblox for like 3 hours straight. So yeah, that IPO today had a nice move up and then it pulled back. Obviously, not a technical play. GameStop went crazy today again. I mean, not surprising. That was, look at that volatility. That's kind of like a doji candle, right? I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like a doji candle. Pretty neutral though. I mean, look, GameStop was looking great down here. We covered it on stream. AMC was looking good when it was at like $5. They were looking great. They were showing hidden bullish divergence, and then they took off. And obviously, it's not technicals at this point. It's just hype. But yeah, GameStop, I mean, it went all the way up to like 350. Then it pulled all the way down to like, what, 170. And then it rallied back up. Super volatile. Obviously, not too much technicals. I mean, maybe if you go like the 30-minute. I don't know. I'm not even going to attempt to do technicals because I don't think it matters too much, but just noting it for, I guess, it was cool or not. I don't know what to really say about it. 40% dip on Jimmy. I mean, even with the 40% dip, you're still up hundreds and hundreds of, probably over 1,000%. Like, since all that started, yeah, you're up like 1,400% since the whole entire first move started, so 40% pullback after going up 1,400% is not surprising at all. But yeah, just covering some other things. Is there anything else I really want to talk about? I think that's pretty much it. We covered as much as we could. Futures are at session highs. Nice. I mean, if futures really run, maybe there could be a, no, I don't know if that would be a 3 white soldiers because of the middle candle, but nice movement, right? I mean, look. You're definitely 100%, no matter how you anchor it, you're breaking a supply line on the S&P 500. And yeah, futures are up 0.40%. Good stuff for now. I have alerts set up if they keep going. Yeah. I mean, in the new trade subs, is it possible to provide price target and risk zones? Is that something too much to ask? Is it possible to provide price target and risk zones? That's what I do in all of them. That's what these are. These are your price targets and the risk zones. I'm a little bit confused. Like, so, yeah, I mean, up until last week on the trade setups, if you just use the computer, you could do this. Let me just show you for an example. So up until last week, if you just simply clicked on one of the trades, you could see, like, with using this, with using your mouse, you could see like the exact levels of the target, the entry, and the stop losses by just scrolling with your mouse. I guess if you were on a phone though, you would not be able to see that. You kind of have to like eyeball it. So some people, wanted me to, put the actual exact prices. So that's what we did. And I also showed an example trade. No, not that one. Right over here, how to read one of my trades. This green marker over here on the price is the target, the top of the green box. Where the red and the green box meet is the entry, that gray number on the right, and then the stop loss is this red number on the bottom of the red box. So yeah, I mean, if you just look at one of the trades, just look at these numbers on the right and you can see the levels. But again, as I always say, you don't have to be pinpoint to the cent. You need to realize that trades have a lot of room for fluctuations, right? Just because it's at 33.30, if you want to take profits when it gets up here, go for it, right? So, I mean, as long as you know the general areas in which you're looking to enter stop loss and take profits, you don't really have to be exact to the cent, unless you're playing like an exact entry on a support, which on a lot of the trades, it's above supports. So yeah, just look at the numbers on the right. This was actually talked about in the Discord like last week, and then I put this example trade on my TradingView page. And if you want to see my TradingView page to see the proof of all the trades that I put out, and if you ever want to just like, like hit the play button, you can also just hit the play button right over here. Posted it at 26.62. You can hit the play button, and then you can see like how the trade moved. So yeah, all that's there. If you go to freetradingmovement.com, you can find it on the website. You can find the trade sheet. That's so bright. You can find all of the links to everything if you just go to freetradingmovement.com. Links in the description. Let's go back to TradingView. A lot of people talking about FLNT. Futures, let's go. Futures are up 0.5% on the S&P right now. I hope it holds overnight. Say Gartley. Let me go full screen. Close, sure. Yeah, I mean, actually, yes, pretty much. I would say that's the Gartley, yeah. Pretty much a 0.618 from X to B. You were right at the limit for this point. This should be a 0.886 at max, and it's pretty much right there. And then you kind of bounced off the 0.786 retrace. Yeah, sure. I would say it's the Gartley. Also, classic bullish divergence on the 4-hour. On the MACD, but not on the RSI. And on the daily, wow, this looks pretty interesting. On the daily, hidden bullish divergence, I think. Let me check. Yeah, hidden bullish divergence on the daily is developing. On the MACD, let's check out the RSI. Yes, very slightly it is developing on the RSI as well. So daily hidden bullish divergence, 4-hour classic bullish divergence, bullish Gartley. However, I mean, you are, in my opinion, late if you're entering right now, because the PCZ was down here. You even had a bullish pin bar. This was your entry signal. When the divergence was developing and you had the bullish pin bar candle off of the PCZ, right, this candle right here was your entry signal. Very similar looking to Clover, except very different context, right? This is pretty much at the top of a range, right? This is in an uptrend. Clover was obviously in a downtrend. As you can see, had a bullish pin bar candle. This candle right here off of the PCZ, that's a very clear buy signal, especially when you have triple classic bullish divergence developing. And obviously this has already led to a nice amount of gains since then. So you are definitely entering a little bit late getting up here, but you definitely could manage your risk, right? You do have a support at $6.07. Used to be a resistance. So, I mean, how I would manage my risk right here, enter pretty much around here. I would not settle for anything under like $8.20-ish. Maybe just a little bit under so you can have your order filled. So I pretty much just target like $8, I guess. So my target would be $8. I pretty much just go for the textbook targets of this pattern. And then stop loss would just be probably a little bit under this, because you're also trying to hold $6 as support. So my stop loss would be right under this candle right here. So I mean, just a little bit under this candle low, and then you would get a 3 reward to risk. So yeah, you are entering a little bit higher. What would be super optimal is that if you back tested $6.07, you can move down your entry to right there and you get a very nice reward to risk. So technicals look pretty good as long as it holds $6. Pretty easy to manage your risk. Definitely a great request. These are the types of things I want to be seeing in chat. So good stuff there. And I'll keep it on my watch list. Maybe I'll put on a trade. We'll see how it opens tomorrow. FLNT, nice. And 50-day moving average. Let's see. At 599. For me, I think it's showing that the 50-day is up here. I don't know. I have the 50-day. I believe that's the 50-day. It says 20, 50, 200. I don't know if you're looking at an EMA or an SMA, but I'm looking at the simplified moving average, not the exponential. And it says it's a little bit higher, but regardless, the technicals do look good as long as you hold $6. But yeah, just add some tickers. If you want me to take a look at something, please don't request something that was up 35% hot or higher. I'm just going to skip the chart because it's a 50-50 then in terms of how I trade. And then please request something with like over like 200,000 or 300,000 volume, so that's not like a gappy chart. And then also, please don't request something that IPO'd within the last 2 weeks. I need data, I need consistency to really give you a decent probability answer. Otherwise, I just don't know and I can't really help you out. So start adding some tickers to the watch list. Make sure to hit that like button if you support the free trading movement. Make sure to subscribe if you support the channel, and if you support the stream and you want to tip me or get some merchandise, that's the pinned comment in the chat and the first link in the description. The tip page is working again. It was being very weird for like 5 days, but I sorted it out with Streamlabs. I was just breaking a rule without knowing I was breaking a rule, so they like put my funds on hold and locked or blocked people from tipping me with credit cards, but email them. It's all good now. It's been good for, I think, since yesterday or the day before. So everything's good now. If you want to send me a tip, that's the pinned comment in the chat and the first link in the description. But yeah, future's still up nicely. Let's start adding some tickers to the watch list. I'm going to start off with what Rooster requested earlier, and I'll go down from there. I usually will not look at 2 tickers for one person, but I got you, Rooster. Yeah, I'm gonna try and just keep it limited to 1 ticker per person to make it fair. I'm just giving Rooster the 2 tickers because Rooster's helped me out a lot in the past 3-4 months, maybe a little bit less, but Rooster's been here from like day 1, so I got you, Rooster. Okay. So DMTK, you are developing some hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour MACD and RSI. Also on the daily MACD and RSI, I'm not even going to adjust the lines, you get the point. You're showing some, as long as you're above 47, you're good. That was your high right over here in this candle. As long as you hold 47, you're good, but if you break under it, there's a lot of room to fall. So you don't want to fall under 47 with confirmation. MSTR, I don't know when I was looking at this, but I put that there. Yeah, hidden bullish divergence on the daily, on the MACD and on the RSI. And you had a bullish pin bar candle. Your support is $620. As long as you're above that, you're good. There is a gap to fill to 866-ish, so that could be a target. Yeah, hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour as well. Oh, this is a micro strategy, okay. You do have a gap to the downside as well, though. You have a gap pretty much over here, but that's right around your support, so you're kind of in the middle of a range right here. You have a gap to the upside, you have a gap to the downside. You're in the middle of a range. You are showing hidden bullish divergence, so you do get a slight edge, but probably just depends on how NASDAQ does and all the tech collectively. HCON, yeah, this is what I was kind of saying. Charts like these, and again, to whoever requested this, don't take it personally. I'm just saying, you know, from the going forward, charts like this, I can't do much. You know, there's really not much for me to really chart here. Very, very new stock, very gappy, not a lot of volume. Looks like a SPAC. I think it just depends more on what the actual SPAC company will be, not the technicals. This is ETRN. Also kind of in the middle of a range, no divergence. Doesn't look terrible though, not gonna lie. I mean, if you can break 875, you're probably gonna go crazy. If you break 875, you're probably gonna see over 10 bucks. Like if you break 875 with confirmation, 875, you're good, but I mean, I don't know how you would manage your risk here, because what if you come down and then you double bottom and then you go like a little bit speculative based on technicals, unless you have like a fundamental reason. SOS. We were looking at it yesterday. As again, like you're good as long as you hold 527, but obviously that's, you know, like what, 20% risk? Yeah, like 17% risk. So I mean, just to get to your support, what if you double bottom, just like the last chart we looked at? MACD looks alright on the 4-hour. And you are showing hidden bullish divergence on the daily. As long as you're over 527, you're good, but you have to accept that risk if you're playing it. BTWN, not enough data on the chart for me to really give you an answer here. Again, for things that just IPO'd, I can't really help you out. The technicals don't matter too much. Nano Dimension. Hidden bullish divergence on the daily. I think, yeah, I mean, kind of. It depends. If you use this MACD island, then you don't, but if you use that one, you do. I think the argument can still be made that the MACD is going up and the price was going down. Your RSI was oversold, now it's not oversold. And then on the 4-hour, again, like you can, no, actually on the 4 hour, I don't think you can make the argument for hidden bullish divergence, but what I think matters here is that you stay above 793, which was your high over here, and then it was your double bottom over here. So as long as you're over 793, I think you're good on NNDM. But earnings are on the 11th, which is tomorrow. So that probably that does matter much more. So yeah, Nikola, I have a lot of stuff on this chart. I traded Nikola a lot last summer before all the, what's it called? I guess the reports and everything came out. I mean, I've traded Nikola so many times. It was one of my highest traded tickers in 2020. I mean, the technicals just played out so nicely last summer. I mean, it was probably one of my biggest trades, or a bunch of the times I traded were some of my biggest trades since I started trading. Not dollar wise, but like percent wise, because I had a smaller account back then. But as long as you're over 14 bucks on Nikola, you're good. I mean, the MACD did cross over green on the 4 hour. Kind of like class B, classic bullish divergence on the daily. It could also just be convergence, because technically you did make a higher low on your price. You didn't make a lower low or the same low, so I'm not even too sure there. But as long as you're over $14.13, which was kind of, it wasn't really your high back over here, but it was pretty much your bottom over here and then your bottom, I think, like last week. So I mean, as long as you hold that, you're good. And obviously it can go crazy again, but obviously they have a lot of, I guess, fundamental issues that they're dealing with, or at least people don't like them fundamentally after a lot of things that occurred last year. So I haven't traded Nikola since maybe November of 2020, something like that. I just haven't really touched it. And I mean, it's dropped quite a bit. So we'll see. I would not be surprised to see it rally, but hopefully they can make sure things are good on the fundamental end. Technical wise, I don't really know. I mean, you could target 27 bucks for a long-term trade. And then, like, if you wanted to put a long-term trade and you really were fine with the fundamentals, I mean, you could probably trade it like this, something like that. I mean, as like a position trade, it could take months. And yeah, it's Nikola. I saw 5150 in the Discord. I'm so happy that he joined the Discord. That's so cool. Been talking to him for a while, but I saw he shared GNOG in the Discord earlier. CTRM. Cup and handle? No, not a cup and handle. Doesn't need to be a cup and handle for the price to go up. It's just not one. But yes, hidden bullish divergence is starting to develop for sure on the MACD and on the RSI. And then even on your 4 hour, yeah, you also have hidden bullish divergence. As long as you can hold, I mean, 74 cents, you're good. But like, again, you're just from here, you're risking 22% until your next support. So that's your choice. PYRNF, hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour. MACD. I'm going to check out the RSI. Also on the RSI. I need to start sitting up straight. And then yeah, I guess on your daily, some hidden bullish divergence developing, but again, you are miles away from your support. I mean, your support's like down here. Like, this is like your support range, and you're pretty far from it, so you're in the middle of range. GNOG, let's see, 5150 sent this in the Discord earlier. Looks like he charted a harmonic pattern. I mean, it's been looking pretty decent. I know Mitch Ray has also gone over it on his stream. I think somebody requested it. I was watching and he also liked it. Yeah, I guess some hidden bullish divergence on the MACD. Let's see, on your RSI. I don't think there's really hidden bullish divergence on the RSI. So daily hidden bullish divergence was confirmed today. And then 4 hour classic bullish divergence. Why is this? Let me fix this in a second. Okay, that's way too small. I mean, 4-hour classic bullish divergence. You're trying to break over the 200-day moving average, which I guess just was created. I mean, it's not a super long history. Let me fix that. And then I guess probably this would how you would be charting a harmonic on this. X, A, B, C. No, that's actually not how 5150 charted it. Let me see if this is one though. 618, and then that's a little bit deep. But I mean, if you went from like right here, but then it kind of went lower. How did he chart it? So I think he charted it kind of like a cipher or a shark. Let me see. It kind of looks like a cipher that he charted. Yeah, so 5150 kind of sent like a cipher looking harmonic. Let me use the cipher tool. Like this, I guess. And then he was using the 886. So, I mean, however you look at it, I think there's two potential harmonic patterns on GNOG. Either, well, thing is, that doesn't really make sense. So you have a 61.8% retrace. Yeah, I don't think it is. It can't be anything like that. So yeah, he's definitely right. Which is why it's great to have him in the Discord. Learned a lot from him. So yeah, I think this is the best way. Bullish cipher. Pretty textbook. And then boom, 88.6% retrace. Something like that. So yeah. Daily hidden bullish divergence. Let's see the supports and resistances. Definitely, you can manage your risk pretty nicely right here. I mean, you could trade it like pretty much entering around here. You could target the B point, I guess. And then drop your stop loss maybe under today's low. A little bit lower. 1522 is your support. As long as you're over 1522, GNOG looks pretty nice. Nikola goes 50% of gas pedal works on their prototype. AMC. I mean, if you've been watching the stream since like 3 weeks ago, I was showing on stream for like this whole entire week. I was showing on stream that AMC was bullish. When it was at $5, you were showing hidden bullish divergence on the daily, and hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour. So you were showing a lot of hidden bullish divergence down over here. You had a very nice support. This was like, I should have put out a trade there. I just didn't. But at this point on AMC, did you fill the gap? No, there's still a gap to fill. I don't like how it closed under 10. I think you need to get back above 10. Otherwise, you're showing a 4-hour bearish divergence now. So, and again, I mean, it's just tough because it's AMC, so I don't really know how technicals or how much technicals would matter now that the technicals matter when the hype is not there. But when the hype comes around, what matters more is how long the hype lasts. Does that make sense? GM. But yeah, hit that like button. Let's get to 50 likes. I know we can do it. If you've not hit the like button, try it out. It'll make you feel good, and it'll make me feel good. And if you want to subscribe, I think it would be a good idea. Maybe try it out. Also, if you want to send me a tip or get some merchandise, that is the pinned comment in the chat. But yeah, these will be the final 2 tickers of the night. Lake will be the final one. GM, pretty interesting. Kind of just like a range, I guess. If you break $57, let me go on like the daily. Let me go on the weekly. Actually, this is General Motors. You would be making a new all-time high. So I'm looking at the weekly right now. If you really break 57 with confirmation on GM using fib extensions, that's also your 2618. So I mean, if you're going from this swing high to this swing low, this is a pretty big resistance area. So if you can break this, then I mean, you're talking like probably $63. You could also use fib extensions like this. we'd like going like the daily. Yes, you could just go from this swing high to that swing low right over here. And then you would also have your 1618 around there. So, I mean, if you break this, I think your next target zone would be kind of like this area between like $62 to $64 if you really can break 57 with confirmation, or 58 even, just to confirm it more. But I mean, again, this is a potential reverse layer. It is a resistance, so you just had to make a break area right now. I guess maybe some hidden bullish divergence on the daily too. And then final ticker request is Lake. Hidden bullish divergence on the MACD and on the RSI on the 4-hour. Also hidden bullish divergence on the MACD and RSI. So a lot of hidden bullish divergence on the MACD and RSI on the 4-hour and daily. You go on the weekly. Yeah, I mean, your support is 25.44. As long as you're above that, you're good. You also have to break this though. You need to break $32. If you break 32, I guess your target would just be like the 618. So if you break $32, I'd say your target would be like 39 bucks. But you need to break 32 first, and you're hoping the divergence can do that for you. X? Sure. I mean, X is awesome, okay? There's been, I think, 3 trades on X. 2 of the trades were a 20% profit that I've put out on X. 1 trade was like a 4% loss just because they had an offering like 2 hours after I put out the trade. It was horrible. Like it was terrible, honestly. I hated it. But the other 2 trades were very good, over 20% profit. It's ironic that 5150 posted it because, yeah, me and 5150 have been we've been talking about X. We've talked about X many times. We've both traded it a lot. We've both given each other trades on X. The technicals just work out very nicely. So yeah, a lot of history with X for sure. And then again, I put out this trade on X back in the beginning of February, and it did play out. It even went higher than the target. I mean, at this point though, after that, it's done that. I think your next resistance is 22, but you're kind of in the middle of a range between 20 and 22. You're at 21. So your support's 20, resistance is 22. You already have the hidden bullish divergence playing out on the daily. Not sure how he's looking at it, but at this point, I mean, the trade already hit the target, kind of in low range. If you break 22, you could probably see a nice move again. I mean, after that, your next resistance is 2470, which was your high back in February of 2019, and then it was just your high in January of this year. So it's a very real resistance, 2470. So yeah, that's X. And that's going to be it for the ticker request tonight. Thank you all for requesting tickers. But yeah. Futures, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Wait. That's the S&P. I just got so confused looking at it. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I just got so hyped up for nothing. I was looking at the actual S&P, not the S&P futures, and it looked like, because the actual S&P was up 0.60%. So I looked at that and I was like super hyped up. And then I was looking at S&P futures and they're still up just 0.40%. So nothing's really changed there on futures. But yeah, we'll see how they develop overnight. Bitcoin also, second target has already been achieved. We'll see what happens there. Some bearish divergence on the 4-hour, hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Very strong trade. Very strong day. I mean, very strong day for a lot of the trades. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you all for all the support. Make sure to hit that like button on the way out. Hit that subscribe button on the way out. Hit the pinned comment in the chat if you would like to send me a tip or get some merchandise. If you want to support the stream and the whole free trading movement. But yeah, it's going to do it for today. Appreciate all the support. Have a good night. Trade safely tomorrow. Join the Discord. The link's in the description. And that's as much as I can say for today. All right. Peace out, everybody. Thank you.